All right, guys, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We have a little trouble with the cameras. I can't get the cameras to both work on the Bluetooth controller. So I had to push the buttons on them both, and I only have the microphone on one camera, which is actually the one right on the blade, and I don't have a mount for my third camera, which actually would be, I was going to put it in the cab, be on me, but anyway, I'll tell you what, yesterday I messed around with the camera, with the blade, and I don't think it was only maybe 45 minutes or so. This, I don't know, some people say, oh, they're not, those blades on skid steers aren't worth it. I'll tell you what, this thing can push. Maybe they didn't have a skid steer as big or what, I don't know. But wow, I'm telling you what, it takes a little bit of patience, but I think it probably takes patience with a dozer. You gotta learn, you know, how much to tilt and how much to do this. But my goal is to just kind of get this roughed in and then get some stone, whether it be field stone or gravel or cricks or whatever. Just get it roughed in. And I'll tell you what, so I was like, so yesterday was the first time where I tried to do a ditch, and it is super nice and it works great. So I worked up here, and you can see where so going up the hill on the left, I used the blade and I dug that up off the side and made it so it's the goal is to get it lower on the side. So right here on the, I don't know if either camera's looking the right way, but there's a log. So right there where that log is, it starts to drop off to the side right before that log. So the water's going to start to run off to, as water comes down, it'll run off to the left right here. And then right about exactly to my right, I'm going to cut a ditch and the water's going to go that way. So we're going to end up with a crown. And I think it's going to be great. And then, so I've been able to pull up the dirt from the side, and I've found that some of it there's quite a bit of stone in there. So I'm going to try to use that, obviously. And there is a stump, so I have to there's one spot where there's a stump, and I have to get that stump out, and then I'll be able to take the road even more. And I mean, as long as I don't have to put any culvert pipes or whatever in, I'm going to make the road as wide as I can without having, obviously the only thing that would stop me would be maple trees. But if they're trees that, you know, they're non-maple trees, or they are already cut down and the stump's there, I'm probably going to take the stump out. Now this tree right in front of me is kind of like, I don't know, we might end up taking that tree out just because of the way it makes the corner. And there's a pretty big ash stump right there next to it, and if we took that tree out and maybe this one sapling, you know, you could make the road that much wider, and not only just wider but straighter. So then right in front of me there's a hole. We've been filling that in. We did haul some field stone and filled it in a little bit, but right where I'm sitting, turn around, right where I'm sitting, it's a high spot. We took that big tree out. There's the stump. This skid steer can push that stump anywhere it wants to go. But so there's a high spot right here. I don't know if I want to dig it down or just leave it and raise but I want to raise the other spot up. So I'm not sure if I want to do both or not. But down here, thought I'd try to work on this a little bit. Down here, you can see where I just came right over here and I started cutting, and you can see where I have a ditch going. And I was able to pull a lot of stone right up out of the ditch, but there's a stump probably about 20 feet in front of me. I don't know if you can see that or not. But look at all the rock that's right there. A lot of rock right there. So, probably going to end up, I think those are all ash trees up there. Probably going to take those out, and we're probably going to move. There's actually is a road. So if you look, I don't know if you can see, but there's a fence right beside me. There actually is a road on the other side of the fence, kind of like a logging road. I don't know if that, must be that's what it was. But man, this thing, I am very impressed with it. Very impressed with it. About the only thing I don't like about the Bobcat, which track loader in general, is I don't like cleaning out the tracks, because I usually don't have time to clean out the tracks. You know, I'm out here messing around and I'm like, I just want to go run the skid steer. I don't want to clean it, but I'll get used to it. So if I set it like that, it's like it did a great job cutting. And I just gotta, I was trying to get it to float yesterday and it seemed to work pretty good actually. But get it set here for me, get the right amount of tilt. You see it's all stone right there, so I was like, boy, if I could get that stone up on the road, and then get some rain, then we could get the then the stone would fill in the holes. That'd help with the crown. So I'm just trying to get it set how I want it and kind of just messing with it a little bit. And that's pretty good there. Well, look at all that stone right there. There's a ton of stone right there. And then I hit this root of that stump right there. I hit that root. And I actually got two pieces of it to break. I don't know if I could push it or not. I might try. You see, there's a piece of a root right there. So look at the ditch. It's like, so kind of go right here, and if I go farther, there's even more rock. I don't know if they're, you know, it's a rock wall or I don't know. It's kind of weird how there's that much rock. But you can see how it definitely, you know, this is going to be very good. I'm going to go just a little bit deeper, getting a nice ditch made. And then obviously the goal is to, you know, do some kind of, look how much that pushes. I'm not even half throttle, just like nothing. Push that right out like nothing. It's amazing how good this thing works. I'm thrilled. I wanted one for a long time, and man, I'm telling you what. Now that looks like a lot of clay, so we'll just keep pushing it down and eventually just push it over or scoop it up and take it and put it somewhere else. But there's definitely exactly what I want right there. So I guess that tree there, it might be a maple, but I guess it is a maple. But the idea is kind of looking at maybe doing a road coming down here and having be a little bit of a U, and one side be in and one side be out. And I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. But look at that, cut that right in, and this can just drop right off the side, and then the water will go that way. And I tried telling, you know, somebody told me, oh, those blades for skid steers, they're not worth the darn. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, they're 6-way blade, and the skid steer this is 92 horsepower. I mean, it's not no joke. I'm just maybe just a little bit over half throttle. And that did a super job. So then what we're going to do is go get the rock bucket. I got a rock bucket. I don't know if we'll bring the tractor down or not. We might. And then scoop these up and try to sift out some of the dirt. It's a lot of rock. So right in front of me, all that rock came out of this side. I pushed it up over. So I'd say that's a pretty good ditch. And that's the big thing is I got to get rid of the water. You know, I'm going to hit that big rock probably. I'll look for that. That's a big old goober. I might have actually bumped it. Can't see it. Can't see it in my camera. It's right here somewhere. I get over where I can see that. Talk about rocks. That's a big rock, and you can see how round it is. It took a lot of water. Oh, I must have just barely bumped it. Took a lot of water to move that rock. know where it came from, whether it was here, so I don't know if it was something that came. We had creek gravel brought in a few years ago, so I don't know if that rock was rock right there, which you probably can't see. Big old goober. I don't think I could do anything with it without making a mess. But look at that ditch. That looks great, doesn't it? So the idea is just to rough it in, get it how I want it, then we'll get some stone brought in. I'm gonna take the time to mess around the stump just a little bit, because I think I have half of it popped. I don't think there's any roots on this side. I don't know if I can. I don't know. Hard to tell where the roots are. But I think it's broken. I think that one's broken. Whether that's the right one or not. I think it moved. I've seen people take trees down and take stumps out with dozers before. But we're gonna try it. What the heck? Rotate my blade around a little bit. Try to. Oh, I have to. It's not in there by much now, because I mean that side's clean. Fucking. Now I get where I just can't quite see the bottom of it. And then I'm like thinking, well, I don't know if I want to make a big hole, but backhoe would make a big hole too, so. Oh, it's wiggling. It's definitely wiggled. I think you get under it and then. Can't tell where this one side is. Definitely wiggled. Oh, there's a piece of root. Definitely broke that off. So now, if it's in there, it's only in there by the back side. I think the front is all broken. Let's see if I can. So what people do then, sometimes they get it like this and they try to flip it. Definitely got it dug out. I would say maybe half. I don't see nothing. I mean, I don't seem to hit anything going in there. See where that's all busted out. Maybe one right there. I don't see anything on that side. Unless it's lower. Maybe if I hit it from the top, maybe I can get it. But I do have a root grapple, which I've never used, and I'm pretty sure that'll probably rip it right out. But it's not here, so I'm kind of thinking, just try it. Nice little pile of gravel right beside it. Problem now is if I keep pushing it, I kind of keep pushing more dirt up where I might have a hard time getting it back. If I can push the top. I bet the old root grapple will probably do it. Anyway, just, I don't want to put more dirt over there where I'm going to have a hard time getting it back. That's just all the dirt from me pushing on it. So anyway, we will call it a video. I appreciate you watching. I hope it worked. I don't know if the sound's going to be all that great, but this is what we're doing, just kind of out here roughing in the road, trying to get it roughed in, get the water to, you know, I need the water to do what I need the water to do, and then it can dry out, you know, because I'm not, and then we'll haul in gravel. Hoping to get some gravel from the gas well. Supposed to be taking out the gas well pad. Hopefully we're going to get some of that gravel, and then we're going to get it brought down in here, and we'll just, you know, top coat this whole thing once we get it how I want it. I'd love to do a rock line ditch with some fabric in it, but I don't know if I want to scoop that, or maybe I'll just leave it and scoop it. Mess with my tilt, so now I'm a little off on my tilt. There we go. That's pretty good. A lot of rock right there. That's what I need to do. I'm trying to just I don't want to make it any deeper yet. At least not much deeper. Just a lot of clay. I really want to get, I'm looking at getting a sifter or soil separator or whatever. I want the rocks. I don't really care about the soil. I mean, it'd be nice to, I'm sure we would come up with something to use the soil for, but I really want to just get the rocks. We got a lot of rock piles around. Get the rocks and use them for fill and whatnot. But anyway, we're going to call it a video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more from Triple D Farms, Triple D Maple, and Triple D Cabins. I'm Jared. Have a great day.